Salud, mi gente, your boys coming through once again. And on today's video, we're gonna talk about hate, trolling, and fact checking, right? And I'm saying checking from viewers, fact checking from individuals. They create videos, right? We have seen platforms like mine, which is the smallest, the Prison Guard, Homie Hangout, Gunner, Dubs. What's the other one? Per Media News. I believe that's what it is, right? People make content on them. People criticize one another. They get different type of viewers who are trolling. Some people who are fact checking, calling on BS and stuff like that. But it seems like everybody puts the same viewers, the same in the same ramfla, right? In the same fucking bandwagon. Whether you're trolling or you're just calling facts or calling on the BS, they're putting them on the same rampla, which I don't think is fair, honestly, right? I do understand that as somebody who makes videos, you want to use your influence, you want to use your power to silence those that want to call you on your BS. I do understand that, right? Which not everybody does it, right? Everybody just let those comments just go. Some people decide to hide them. Some people decide to block them. Some people decide to put them on blast so they can get scared or whatever. As a matter of fact, I seen this one guy, right, who's dropping content about. It's kind of confusing, right? But I seen that his videos has been about addressing trolls, addressing haters, right? That's the thing that I'm talking about. When somebody disagree with you or might be calling you on your BS, doesn't mean that they're hating, man. It doesn't mean it means that they're not agreeing with you, and it means that are willing to call you out on that stuff, right? And a lot of people get offended because of that, right? So this individual is making his content, several videos about that. And I feel like that's kind of toxic in a way. Why? Because it's just the content is revolving nothing but negativity. I don't know if you guys can agree with that. You know what I mean? I can't see that. Like, honestly, people might want to call it roasting. Some people want to call it whatever they want to call it. They want to put a specific title to it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you're concentrating your content, your energy on nothing but negativity, right? One thing, let's just be honest. One thing that there's trolling, and another thing is fact checking or calling you on your BS. Like, for example, I do get somebody. I think I get like two people. So some people, they just give up and shit. And sometimes, you know what? I'm one of those guys that I'll give you the time, but once you get the respect from man, like you gotta bounce. Like the moderator is gonna do their job. Simple as that. But I do get this one individual. They always want to come in the lives and bang. They just want to bang, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm not pushing that, man. I'm just a family member. I don't push that toughness right here. I don't push that. I have done this, have done that. I've been in these other places, and guess what? I was in second, and I don't push that. None of that stuff, man. I never have pushed that about prison, about the streets. That's it, man. I'm not that type of individual. But sure enough, they want to come over here, and they want to accuse you of hiding where you at, right? When in reality, I'm like, dude, uh, I'm pretty sure I tell you guys where I stay at, right? And I have invited them, dude. Like, hey, wait, you want to come over here, drink a tea, eat a donut, or if you don't want donuts, we can eat a cookie or something like that and chop it up. You're more than welcome. Just hit me up on IG, and after that, se mojan. They get wet because they get scared. They're like, oh shit, this guy's calling me on my BS, right? And people like that, there's trolls, right? Because you're like, okay, you want to talk about it, but let's talk about it. You're more than welcome. And those are trolls, right? They're just attacking you for whatever reason. It's not like you are pushing a certain thing or they're calling you on your BS. They just being negative, right? Which they're entitled to do that stuff. That's their life, that's their energy, that's their fingers. They're entitled to do that. Now you have other individuals that come into different platforms and be like, hold on, dude, like, what do you mean you criticizes this person when you were doing this like 3 months ago? Or what do you mean you're saying that this individual is saying this when you did it a long time ago, right? And why are you criticizing this person, but sure enough, you don't carry the same energy with this other individual when this individual is even worse? That's individuals calling on BS. But a lot of people like to put them on the same boat, right? Which I don't think is fair, but a lot of people do it. And then now go to the content creators, right? And where we have I think the what's it called, the Paisa Felon channel made a video about how Dubs, Gunner, and him get so much hate from somebody, right? I seen the video, man. I don't know what kind of hate he was speaking on. I don't know what was going on with that. But I'm like, damn, dude, like, I don't think a lot of people get hate. But I do think that a lot of people backtrack on comments they make, right? Which, in my opinion, I don't respect that. If we're gonna take energy to a certain point, let's go all the way. We don't backtrack, you know. Especially for individuals that have come from where they say they have come from, you know. You understand that once you go 3 feet, a meter in, you're not coming back no more, man. Because now you're gonna look all bad, you know. You're backing down on your comments, you're backing down on stuff like that. Which, I mean, everybody's entitled to whatever they want. Everybody's entitled to how you say direct or their channel however they want to do it, and that's on them, right? But in my opinion, I do not respect that. The hate, I don't think people get hate like that. Honestly, I don't know if the Paisa Felon channel was talking about hate with the Morenos, those channels that are being calling in or being reacting to their content. But to be honest, I do understand that Dubs and Gunner gets some hate, but they do get a lot of individuals that call on their BS. To be fair, to be fair, you know, hate is gonna come throughout the stuff, right? It's gonna come. You put yourself open to be criticized, and you have a lot of people that don't got nothing else to do at home, and that's just my honest opinion, Again, I think it all transpired because of the character, because of the history that has to do with YouTube, and it does. Sometimes I do question myself, like, damn, I think I messed up. I shouldn't be on this type of content because I don't know what it is. If we grew up around a gang of tias, they talk about one another, or if it's because of the California prison is different. It seems like a lot of people like to criticize one another, like to fact check, like to make the other person look different or less, or not giving him as that much credit, right? For whatever reason, That hate, I don't like to use that word at the end of the day, but a lot of people like to use that word. I've been knowing that if you disagree with somebody, it's hating, right? As a matter of fact, I seen the homie Hangout making a video in where I think Paramedia News, right? I believe that's his name, Boxer channel. He made a video about the Salinas situation, right? And the homie Hangout uploaded a video after, I don't know if it was the same day, within hours, I don't know. Honestly, I do not know, and I'm not gonna go over there and check. But he uploaded this video saying something about facts or fake news. I think that's what it was, fake news. And on his comments, of course, you're gonna have different individuals that are not gonna like that. At the end of the day, I know there's issues right there, or there was issues right there. There's history right there. I don't know what the whole story behind it, nor I care about it. But some individuals in the comment sections, they're like, hey, it seems like you're doing it because you're holding a grudge, or stuff like that, like towards that message, right? Which a lot of other people, they did appreciate the content, right? But in reality, at the end of the day, it's content. It's content. I mean, you see a flaw, you got the information, and if you want to put it out there, handle it, right? It's your own platform. You can do whatever you want. Simple as that. Do I think less of a person who's doing a type of content? No, it's just that guy's getting his money, right? But we do sometimes pick and choose to who we call out. I mean, call on their BS. Not we don't carry the same energy with everybody, right? Simple that, which I do understand. We have to understand how YouTube works at all. At the end of the day, we have to understand. If you don't understand it, man, you're never gonna make it nowhere in life, right? See, that's where I get it wrong because I'm like, you know what? I prefer to be by myself than actually to be involved with a lot of individuals because I see the the games, the favoritism, the not giving credit to certain individuals, you know, even though sometimes people want to say, hey, did you see this? Oh, this individual said it first, or this individual said it himself and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, I see where we're going with that, you know, not giving credit to certain individuals, which is okay. So that goes with the hating as well. You're like, you're trying to take the credit from this individual who actually put a video on something, but instead of giving him credit, you want to give credit to the content creator who said it himself, right? So it is hate on this area of YouTube. There's a lot of hate, right? There's a lot of individuals who are que son envidiosos, right? But at the end of the day, California for you guys. I feel like a lot of us are making California look bad because in reality, a lot of us are acting like what it is, man. Like what it is, man. You know, and it is. I believe it's because it's based on the history that they have on YouTube. It's based on the lies that a lot of people came into YouTube, and like they say, you come in with that lie, trying to influence certain individuals to think about you in a certain way, which at the beginning of this YouTube stuff, a lot of individuals came from the streets. They did some time, and they came with a whole different narrative of their history in prison, which in reality they didn't have to share it, but they choose to share. But they lied about it, right? And I think because of that, all this California stuff is going all bad. It's just my opinion. I do understand that a lot of individuals who are on these platforms are giving some advice, are giving you certain things, but it's only in certain videos, you know, because in reality, at the end of the day, certain characters, man, do not go with the message that they're putting out there. And it's just my opinion, you know. It's just my opinion. Just simple. That I might be wrong. I can accept that, but that's what I think right now. You know, so a lot of people put that jacket. Oh, everybody's hating on me. But why? Why is the reason? You know what I mean? Just because somebody made a video about you, that doesn't mean they're hating on you. That's reality. That doesn't mean they're hating on you. You know, they're probably calling you on your BS, man. And that's content. You have to understand how this shit works, man. I know a lot of people's, I mean, a lot of individuals' feelings gonna get hurt, but that's just reality, you know? And at the end of the day, man, we just wish nothing but the best to everybody. I do understand that a lot of people make their living off of this. And man, more power to you, man. More power to you. But one thing you should have to understand, if you are want to use YouTube as a business, is that a business that is honest will go longer in the long run. Against somebody who's dishonest, yes, you're gonna get the power, but eventually when people call on the BS and see the character, it's gonna go down. But I do not wish that upon nobody. I hope everybody succeed in this journey. Nothing but the best to everybody. So with this being said, we are out. Saludos. Stop hating. Don't hate, man. We out.